Hello, I am Andrew Batchelor, the competition director for Ultimate Canada. So, welcome to the live draw for the Friday qualifier. I'm briefly going to go over the formats before we get to the draw, so it'll give some people some time to join the video. So, first, let's talk about the women's format. We had 9 teams that were bidding for 3 spots at CUUC Div 1. I presented 4 to 9 options to the competition committee. They selected the format with 3 pools of 3 that we see here. The winner of each pool will advance to Div 1. The competition committee especially liked this because it was limited the amount of games to 2 per team before the arduous journey for Div 1. Okay, for the open division, we had 15 teams bidding for 2 spots. I presented 6 to 14. Oh, no volume at this point versus Portwine. Sound check now. How about this? Can you hear me now? Check. Can you? It sounds good to me. Okay, so maybe. Okay, so let's go back. I'll talk about the open division again. 15 teams for 2 bids. We had. I presented 6 to 14 options to the competition committee. They selected 2 6-team brackets, bracket DD and bracket EE. The winners of each bracket will get a bid. The competition committee liked this format because it was rewarding the early season success of the teams that are in Pot D, and fewer games will give them a more even playing field when they get to Div 1. Okay, great. So let's get on with the draw. Let's start with the women's. So in Pot A, we're going to find McGill A, who've had beaten everyone that they faced. That's also in the Friday qualifier. They've beaten all those teams. And then we have Queens and Guelph, who have beaten everybody, and they've swapped games with each other, so they're 1-on-1 against each other. So it's a pretty even pot. So let's get going. So here we got the 3 Pot A's. So we're going to start by drawing Pool AA, then we'll do Pool BB, then Pool CC. Okay, here we go. We'll take this one into Pool AA. So we're going to have Guelph. Guelph will be spotted into Pool AA. Okay, next we'll go to Pool BB. Here we see Queens. Queens will be in Pool BB. And then last, we'll just check to make sure this is McGill. And yes, we see McGill A. All right. And it's the games to go for Pools BB and Pool CC that will be live streamed. So next, without further ado, we'll move on to Pot B. The teams in Pot B are Western, Toronto Met, and Waterloo. These 3 teams have shared results against each other, wins and losses all over the place. The reason that they're above the teams in Pot C are mostly based on 2002 Div 2 results, where they finished 3rd, 2nd, and 6th. So let's draw these teams. So we'll start with Pot AA again and go across. All right, so in with Guelph in Pot AA, we get Western. Okay, and then Pot BB will be next. Waterloo. Waterloo's going into BB. And I should leave TMU in here. And yes, Toronto Met. All right. And now going on to Pot C. In Pot C, we're going to find Montreal, who's lost to McGill, and in 2022 finished 7th with losses to Guelph, Waterloo, and TMU. Montreal. And then Pot C also has Regina, who is 16th in Div 2, and Memorial, who was 10th in Div 2 last year. Hey, one note I am going to make. Montreal should not end up in a pot with McGill. They're both from Quebec. So we're going to avoid that. So if I get to here and I haven't drawn Montreal, Montreal will go there. So first we're going to start with Pool AA. Pool AA. Memorial will be in Pool AA. And that means Montreal must be here, and Regina must be in CC then. So we get Montreal goes into BB. And Regina will go into CC. Regina. All right, so there are our pools for the women's division. Okay, so now we'll move on to the open division. Let's get Pot D here going. Okay, in Pot D, we're going to find Guelph A, Carleton A, Sherbrooke, and Montreal. And because there's 2 brackets, we're going to keep the Quebec teams in different brackets and the Ontario teams in different brackets. So let's start with bracket DD in the 1 slot. This is going to be the bracket that gets their game to go live streamed. So we'll start there. Montreal is going to be there. Okay. And that means that this cannot be Sherbrooke. So we'll draw this one next, then we'll come back. So we'll draw EE first because everything can go there. So EE1 is going to be, Sherbrooke. Okay, then we'll go down to D2 here. In D2, we're getting Carleton A. And then that'll leave Guelph A for this last spot. Just check to make sure it's right. There it is. Guelph A. All right. So next we have Pot E. In Pot E, we're going to find 4 Ontario teams that have all had pretty equal results. We got Waterloo A, we've got Laurier, we've got Toronto A, and we've got Western. So we're going to again start here, and we'll come back and go across like that. We're doing E slots here now. So this is for DD. We'll start here. DD4. We'll go this one, this one, this one, this one. So DD4. We get Toronto A, DD4. Now we'll do EE4. Western. Now we'll go to DD3. DD3. Is Laurier. DD3 is Laurier. Okay, so that should leave Waterloo for EE3. Waterloo. Okay. All right, and now into our last pot, pot F. Pot F contains TMU, Queens B, McGill B, and McMaster B. Those three B teams have all have A teams that are in Div 1. Okay, so again, we'll go the same way. We'll start here, come back this way. So we're going to start with DD5. Oh, I spelled Toronto wrong here. There we go. Okay. DD5. TMU, DD5. EE5 is next. Queens B. Okay, then we go DD6. We have McGill B. Which should leave only McMaster B. Yes, McMaster B. All right, so that concludes the draw. I will update the schedule as soon as I end this this video. Reminder: we are having the captain's meeting tomorrow night, 9:30. That's when we'll go over all the details. The captain's package will be sent out to captains tomorrow, and we'll go through everything. And I'll explain in detail how to submit a score sheet, so I don't have to come chasing after all you captains during the tournament. And the last piece of information I wanted to relay is proof of enrollment. I know a lot of you have done this already, but there's still some teams that haven't gotten it done yet. They are due tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, so get that done. All right, if there's any questions, I can answer them now, but if you want to wait them for the captain's meeting tomorrow, that's great. So I'll just give this a minute in case anybody has anything. Okay, not seeing any questions, so I'll be here again tomorrow night to do the captain's meeting. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.